Hi, Carrie Burrows from KB Consulting, your midlife mentor and motivator. And I want to give you 10 benefits of intermittent fasting and even longer water fasts. I know some women are really afraid of intermittent fasting and I'm gonna starve, or I'm trying to eat so many macros in a day, and if I take out a meal, I'm not gonna be able to do that. I'll never survive doing a 24-hour, 36-hour longer water fast. And I want to dispel that, but I want to give you the benefits that might dissuade you to maybe think differently and maybe consider it. Talking to your healthcare professional always before you start any kind of fasting program. And I also will say start slow. So I would never recommend somebody to just go into a 24-hour fast. I think that is setting yourself up for failure, and you are not going to feel good. It isn't going to be a good experience for you. So I have been at intermittent fasting in my lifestyle for years. So my body is used to it. And so I know the tools and how to set myself up for success for what I eat before I fast, and how I help myself during that fast, and then how do I break that fast so that it's best for my body. And especially, it's really beneficial for women in midlife, especially those that are already, almost in that post-menopause phase. So here are 10 benefits. One, the one I love the best, the reason I started it was weight management and belly fat reduction. And it helps with the redistribution of fat, because when you're going into a longer fast, you're going into ketosis. And ketosis allows you to be a fat burner versus a sugar burner. So if you're a fat burner, our energy is coming from the fat that's on our body and in our cells. So it's one of those great benefits. And the decline in estrogen contributes to insulin resistance, which making weight management more challenging. So fasting can enhance our insulin sensitivity, which adds in our weight loss and getting rid of that visceral fat that we don't like, or what I love to call my jelly belly. And I'm still on that. Journey, and I've been tweaking and trying different things. I'm happy I stay basically in my same, area, and my weight stays about the same, but I would like to get a little bit toner in that area. So fasting, though, helps me stay and maintain, and I really do not have any problem with it. Number two, it improves insulin sensitivity and blood sugar control. So you're not having those big spikes. Of course, it does matter what you eat when you are in the feast state of your fast. So if you're eating, a lot of sugar and ice cream and cookies and a lot of breads and pastas, all that is not going to help your blood sugar. You have to eat those good macros. So proteins, fats, fiber, carbohydrates, healthy carbohydrates, not the rice, pasta, breads, crackers, and then those processed foods. You want to stay away from those and stay in the good, healthy foods. So insulin sensitivity and blood sugar control. And then you won't be feeling like I need that candy bar in the afternoon. You won't be going through the slumps. Your blood sugar will stay the same and you'll have great energy. So the hormone fluctuations of menopause can exacerbate insulin resistance, making your blood sugar control crucial. So fasting can be a great tool for this. Number three, hormone balance. So while we're fasting, initially it might stress the body, but also it could potentially impact your hormones like cortisol. So it can promote autophagy. So it's when your cells are cleaning up all of the toxins and getting rid of them. And that is a way to positively influence your hormones. So a longer fast, usually autophagy happens around 17 hours, 18 hours of a fast. So if you think about it, if you stop eating, like you have dinner between 5 and 6 o'clock at night, like most people, and then you stop eating, you don't eat anything with calories after your dinner, and you fast until the next day at lunch, there's your 17-hour, 18-hour fast, and you've already been into autophagy, and your body is doing that cell removal and cleaning up all those bad things and helping us live a more activated cellular life. So it's really positive for your body. You'll just feel better, believe it or not. So menopause has significant hormonal shifts, right? Our estrogen or progesterone or testosterone is like this during that time. Fasting, when it's done correctly, helps modulate some of these changes, and it helps our hormone levels kind of be a little bit more streamlined, not as crazy. So stress can over fasting can exacerbate your menopause system. So if you're really stressed and you're trying to fast, that might be too much. So you want to find ways to bring down your cortisol level and just do maybe shorter fasts for a while until you can build up. Number 4, it reduces inflammation. So fasting can decrease inflammation markers such as C-reactive protein, potentially reducing the risk of chronic diseases. So inflammation a lot of time is linked to many menopausal symptoms like hot flashes, joint pain, and reducing inflammation can just improve your overall health. So you really should be eating an anti-inflammatory diet, which means staying away from all of those things, the sugar, the bad seed oils, processed foods, fried foods, kind of anything that has a lot of ingredients. You want to try to stay away from them as much as possible. Alcohol, all the things we know that we shouldn't be eating and putting in our body. You want to try to eliminate those the best that you can. So number 5 is enhanced autophagy and cellular repair. So we did talk about this a little bit, but extended water fast. So if you're going into even a 24-hour water fast or even longer, it really helps your body break down and recycle the damaged cells. So it helps with longevity. It helps with better sleep. It helps your body and your cells be able to react and build your immunity. So it's got all these positive things that happen. It seems weird, right? That you're not eating, so how is my body going to be reacting better? I'm not giving it the nutrients, but it's the opposite. It's because you're not stressing the body to digest. You're not making your digestive system work. It's able to do the cellular repair that your body needs because it's resting. It's not working so hard. And then it can use the nutrients that are already in our body and in our organs and in our bloodstream. And then also working away that body fat that we have. So that was number 5, enhanced autophagy and cellular repair. Number 6, kick the sugar habit. How many of you love our sugar? And it's the thing that maybe it gives you the dopamine release because it really is addictive. Sugar is sometimes more addictive than some of the bad recreational drugs. It has a release in your brain. So by fasting, you're not getting so much of that sugar craving. And then if you're feeding during the feast time, high protein, high fiber, good healthy fats, you're not going to crave the sugar. And every day that goes by that you keep on that, you don't crave the sugar. So that might be something that's, if you are a sugar, like you've got to have your chocolate, you got to have your dessert after dinner. You're putting all the cream and the caramel and stuff in your coffee. This might be the perfect thing to help you kick that sugar habit is by intermittent fasting and a longer water fast. Number 7, improve cognitive function. So one of the symptoms of women in midlife is, right, brain fog, and we're not as clear. So this can actually help to stimulate the production of brain-derived neurotropic factor, which supports brain health and cognitive function. So we want that. We want to be clearer. We want to have clarity and be able to have great memory and focus so we can do all the amazing things that we want to do in our careers and in our community, in our business, and in our relationships. So improved cognitive function. Number 8 has potential cardiovascular benefits. So fasting can improve your cholesterol levels. One of the symptoms of menopause, with no change in diet, your cholesterol suddenly sneaks up. Has that happened to you? Were you always in that safe zone under 200, and then all of a sudden you're going through perimenopause, menopause, and you're going for your annual physical, and that number is every year is creeping up, but you're like, what's going on? This is something that can help. Fasting can help lower those cholesterol levels, lower your blood pressure, and reduce risks of heart disease. So one of the things that happens when our estrogen gets low, we can get, basically heart palpitations, which is basically, it's a vasomotor effect that we're having when we're having a hot flash and our night sweat, but you may actually get more heart palpitations, and it could be because of the effects of the loss of estrogen and your cholesterol going up, your blood pressure going up. So by fasting, you can help bring that down to a better level. And then obviously eating the healthier foods, exercising more can also help with your cardiovascular health. Number 9, potential for improved sleep. I know you're going to say, how can I sleep better if I'm hungry? But your body does adapt, and you will find ways to curb the hunger with tools, with making sure you have electrolytes, and going for gentle walks, doing some self-care, deep breathing, and you'll find tools that will help you get through that window of when, like, your stomach's really growling, and it will pass. Having a cup of herbal tea, that's one of my favorites. I find that kind of triggers just having something flavored, and sometimes the herbs have medicinal purposes, and I still feel fueling my cells, but with the medicinal herbs that are in the tea. So it's one of my hacks. But it really can improve your sleep by stabilizing your blood sugar, reducing inflammation, and then improve sleep quality. So sleep disturbances, we know that 70% of women in midlife can't sleep. They either go to sleep, they wake up at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then they can't get back to sleep, or they're tossing and turning. They're having the night sweats, and so they're getting up, they're having to change their clothes. I mean, it's a whole cycle. So if we can find with sleep hygiene and intermittent fasting that all of that can be calmed down, we can get a better night's sleep. So potential for good sleep. And number 10, mental clarity and focus. Many people report increased mental clarity, and I have experienced this in my longer fast. I normally do like a 72-hour water fast twice a year. I do it in January and I do it in September. And then I usually incorporate like a longer water fast. Right now I am on a water fast, and I don't plan on having food until tomorrow. So I will be probably more like a 36-hour water fast. But I set myself up with high protein and fats before I decided to go into this water fast. And I'm drinking tea. I'm drinking water that has electrolytes and humic and fulvic acid in it. So it didn't break that for me. So I say I did find that I had more clarity after a longer water fast. it was amazing. So I do enjoy, and my body does well on a water fast. So I hope these 10 benefits are helpful to you. If you are looking for some personal one-on-one coaching, and setting up yourself for success in midlife so that you can have your midlife mojo, let's talk, and I can help you on your way. We can develop a recipe just for you and get you started on your path for your mojo to be the best that it can be, and that you can be the best that you can be to do what it is that you want in your life and for your family, for your career, and for yourself. So my heart to you as always, Carrie Burrows from KB Consulting, your midlife mentor and motivator.